Good day to all. Good day to all. How you guys doing out there? This is my Wednesday live. This is Nurturing of Our Humanity. And here we are again. So as usual, per se, let me start off with let me first give a nod to the thumbnail. And let's start off with learning to differentiate between the sound of your intuition guiding you and the traumas or your traumas misleading you. All right. So the name of the title of this video is Leaders Power Up Through Arrogance. This will be this is really shooting off the cuff today, but like I said, this is these Wednesday lives are me getting my momentum under me, getting comfortable in front of the camera, getting used to it, getting used to the the controls and the operations of YouTube and how this works, and trying to develop my following, trying to develop my tribe over here. Okay, so let's get this moving. Okay, all right. So to give you the whole title, because I don't want to hold out on that. What actually inspired this was me just having some conversations, some empowering conversations with my Mastermind Alliance. And, just sometimes I have aha moments in the middle of that. In this one, it was the full quote of the start is leaders power up through arrogance, followers power up through their humility. Okay, or their humbleness. Okay. Now, the inspiration for this is telling people who I see leadership qualities in, for one, just to understand what a powerful statement that is. Those are not just empty words being spoken. That is that's a very powerful thing to accept your leadership. And the thing is, a lot of us who believe we have leadership qualities, but we get caught in the cycle of trying to be humble and, not overstep or not be too arrogant. And what I'm trying to point out is that that's exactly what's called upon by us, is to be more arrogant. And this is assuming that you really have leadership qualities. I believe I do. And it was proven in the belly of the beast. In a situation of adversity, I know how I stood up. So with that, let me get into the topics here. So first of all, leadership. Excuse me, I took a little unexpected nap, but that's how calm and relaxed I was before this. I just literally dozed off for a minute there. But leadership is loneliness, because when you look to the side and you're truly ahead, or you're truly in front, or you're pioneering with your ideas, you're not going to get potentially much support or understanding, especially if you're doing something original that you've never seen done before, and your inspiration for it comes from a place of originality, hopefully a good place. But I just wanted to make sure I spoke to that in the form of leadership. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. I'm going to use two more terms here. One is followers, and the other one is sheeple. And I want to explain that there's a very clear and distinct difference. In fact, a follower, in my terminology here, followers are the leaders of sheeple. Okay. Now, a follower gets their power by their humility. And in fact, they lead this people behind them who's the sheeple. That would be the mindless numb bunch. That would be the pack that we're all trying to harness. That's the group thing. That's the big bubble. When I say followers, I'm speaking a lot. Let me cross reference and just say, I'm speaking to people. Let's just say, for example, content creators. I'm speaking to content creators who spend their time, or they get their topics, they get their momentum from things that they're finding in the public. So a lot of them choose to follow celebrity gossip, or people who are famous, and that's where their content comes from. But in this situation, I'm just saying that they are followers because when there's a hot topic, everybody's jumping to put videos out because they're trying to harness the attention, the mass of the mindless, which is the sheeple. And if, as a content creator, you become a slave to how do I get more views and things, you're trying to figure out how to catch the sheeple. You're trying to catch them with catchy topics and things like that. So in this term, followers are, I guess, and it sucks this way because in this example, uh, the celebrity types, or the people who are harnessing the information, the attention of the followers, are actually seeming to be the leaders here. But the real leaders I'm trying to speak to in this sense would be a content creator who doesn't need to wait on a hot topic to have content. Um, in fact, your content is going to roll off anyway because it's just the way you look at all things. You know, this would be, I would say, true leadership. Um, but in my last video, I believe I spoke on the sheep a little bit, and it's a mixture of people and sheep. Or sheep and people. And, a sheep pretty much has its nose up the ass of the sheep in front of it. They don't really pay attention to much. It's a group thing. They're like the type of people that wake up and are like, so how do we feel today? Those types. Um, that would be the lowest of the low in this. And believe me, very necessary. And we're trying to wake the sheeple up to become followers, and hopefully the followers to wake up to become leaders, and hopefully to have their own mind and do something original and inspiring, um, with hopefully the audience that they can harness. So in this case, I just wanted to make sure that I took the time to, kind of iron this thought out just a touch, because, it's like when someone's is out of place, if a leader is using humility and the followers or sheeple are trying to be arrogant, everything is off balance immediately. That is like, that is not the way of the world. That's not good. um but quite oftentimes that's what seems to happen, is because people who have new ideas are bastardized, and people try to shame them into becoming conforming, and to not stand out, or to feel uncomfortable when they stand out. But I believe leaders truly have to have extreme self-confidence, and you have to believe in your message more than the people who you're actually even directing it to. Because quite oftentimes what we realize is that the people that we're directing it to and the people that we want to pay attention or get our message, it's not even the target audience. It's just the audience that we see at that point. But until you step into your leadership and own that, uh, I mean, I'm on a path right now. I don't know where it's going to lead. I hope it will lead to uh, inspiring the minds of others. And I hope it will do that. I have hopes for other uh, things, but all those things can be misguided, or they're definitely um, hopeful intent. It's not something that's a sure path. In fact, it's a very uncertain path, and I think that's a sign that it is kind of doing something like what it's supposed to do. All right. So anyway, I'm just keeping on track with one every Wednesday. I'm uh, really getting involved right now in a lot of gardening. I'm getting my hands in a lot of stuff. I've touched a lot of gardens. I've actually been out of state this year touching dirt and doing gardening. And I'm trying to build some momentum into how I see the future is going to start serving me. Um, if the people around me don't see it, so be it. It's not about them necessarily. It's about me and what I see and how I can get to where I'm trying to go to. And it comes down to what you can see, not necessarily how much of it you can prove to another person that you see, but how much you really can see. And then taking the time to figure out how to turn that thought into a physical thing, because followers and sheeple cannot really work. M- I don't think they're going to work in the realm of imagination very much, because it needs to be concrete in front of. So, leaders can really talk about things and angles and outside of the box and build. And I think that's how you kind of identify who other leaders are. And when you identify a leader, when you find one, please take the time to try to inspire and give them confidence and encouragement. And, to just know the world is knocking them down in a lot of ways. And we need to build each other up with compliments and confidence, and letting each other know, hey, I see you, and you keep it up. We none of us know the fruits that might bear from it, but we know if you stop and get off your path and don't try to push forward, we know what that's going to lead to, without a doubt. All right. So I hope this reaches a leader or someone who's thinking about leading, or somebody who might have been on a path of leading but keeps getting kind of knocked down and unencouraged by others. I hope this message can reach you and you know that you're onto something that only you can truly see. And everybody else will see it once you solidify it, once you manifest it. But until you do, stay away from the poisonous people that keep trying to put doubt in your mind and in your heart, and get around some people who will encourage you to be more arrogant, and talk your stuff. All right. So until that, or until next time, this is Nurturing Our Humanity, and I'm going to sign up out of this piece. But it was another beautiful Wednesday, or it is going to be. And let's just keep this path going. And hopefully soon, um, I think I might want to share some of the gardening ventures of this year. I might want to share some stuff exclusively over here in this channel. And I do have a presence in some social media places, slight presence, but I think actually here is where I want to start putting a playlist and putting some videos, even if I have to upload and figure out some of that stuff. You know, but I'm looking forward to that, to sharing some gardening and sharing some wisdom and some of the things that come natural to me, and getting more into depth of the things that are motivating my heart over here on this channel. Um, I just recently, by a gentleman who I follow, and as a good follower, I need to. I'm just trying not to be a damn sheeple, but I don't mind. I follow in some ways. Hopefully I lead in more ways, but regardless of how it goes, as long as you are serving the purpose and serving the greater good, it's all good. All right. So anyway, till next week, this is Nurturing Our Humanity. This is your buddy G, and I'm signing off.